One more question, Tom. Two questions, actually. The first one, it is thecommunity.live. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and it will be sent out to everybody via text message. And the last question that came up is a good one. Will these Tuesdays and Thursdays be recorded?
They will. They're all recorded, right? Just like we do with the GPS Icon Academy on Workplace. It is recorded right into Workplace. If you want it, you got to go to Workplace, period. The community.
Awesome. Great.
Yep.
The community at Workplace. And that's anybody can sign up and they'll get brought in once they're approved in there. Terrific.
Yeah.
Sorry. Carry on, Chief.
No, and the purpose of bringing it to like GPS and the community and all that through Workplace is to train them, their mindset to constantly go to Workplace where there's so much more value for everyone in there. So if you want the recording, that's where you got to go. Okay.
Terrific. Thank you, sir, very much. Appreciate it.
All right. Let's go ahead. The success of your business is your responsibility. I couldn't agree more, Robert. I want to start off by a couple things. Number one, I kind of go on a tangent and I just start going. A lot of people say, "Oh, you yell, you get that." No, I'm very direct. I'm very passionate about real estate business and you guys growing. I don't get paid for these calls for you guys to be on them. It's my time to invest in you guys. So if I'm not on my cell phone, try not to be trying to listen in and being on your cell phone at the same time. If you're driving, obviously you're on your cell phone. I'm investing in you. And if you're not here for the investment yourself, it's just like you're not here. So hopefully that wasn't too direct for you guys, but it is what it is. Today, we're going to talk about two things. Number one, managing your relationship as a real estate agent. And number two, how to build your pipeline. What are some of the thoughts about building your pipeline? And the reason I'm bringing this to you too, we're going to talk about pipeline first and then the management of the relationship. There's a lot of machines out there, human beings that are like machines for lead generation, but they don't follow up. There's people that are great with follow-up, but don't have a pipeline. So, right? So how do we bring both of them together? And by the way, here's the thing. If you build a pipeline with an amazing relationship, we call it Raven fans, they will return. Right? They will return. Time on task over time, correct. So here's the thing I want you to think about. I was in a conversation with Curtis Lucy with Appreciation Marketing, and him and I were talking about business and communicating and staying in relationship with our database and our past clients. And he said to me, "How many Raven fans do you have? Who gives you repeat business over and over and over?" And here's what I said. I've been in the business 24 years. This October was 24 years. I said, "You know what? I can name 10 people." He goes, "Well, looks like you got to go build that back up." 10 people, guys. And I've been doing it 24 years, and I have a ton of people in my database that are in drip campaigns, but I don't have a relationship with them because I haven't called them. See, texting and emailing is a good way to communicate, but it's only a way to stay in contact with them. Relationship is a conversation. If you can't find the time to have a conversation, you haven't deserved the opportunity to earn their business. Okay. Relationship. We are in a relationship business. We're not in a texting building real estate business or social media building real estate business. For some, it's massive opportunity, but for most, it is about relationship. If you don't build the relationship, then what kind of business will you really have, right? So we're going to talk about those, how to manage your client relationship and build your pipeline. Here's the thing. We're going to talk about pipeline first and then the management. Sales pipeline. Does anybody want to tell me what a pipeline is? Oh, silent. A sales
Is it future deals?
What's that? Go ahead. I heard someone talk. All right. So
Sorry,
I
it was me. It was the mute button. It's your future deals that you have coming, like everybody that you've spoke with is going to do something in the future.
And let me ask you a quick question on that. When you have when you see a pipeline of business, how does that feel?
It feels great that you know you have stuff coming in. You're not not doing anything. You have people to call. You know what your potential earning income is going to be just by what's in your pipeline if you're good at converting.
I love that. That's exactly right. So a pipeline could be, you can figure out a potential income if you follow up. And by the way, your pipeline is probably about 70% of them will close if they're in a pipeline 30, 60, 90, or even 6 months to a year. So remember that. A sales pipeline provides you with a visual representation of where your prospects are in the sales process or listing process. Okay. You need to make sure that you build a pipeline, and you'll never build a pipeline just sitting there waiting for someone to call you. Okay. You'll build a pipeline by taking action. Okay. And I'm going to give you a couple of those actionable items that how do you build a pipeline to become a sales funnel? Okay. Here's the number one stage of a sales pipeline. The more complex your product or service, the longer your sales cycle will take. The more stages you will have in your sales pipeline. Typically, the sales pipeline has 5 to 7 stages, often involved in sales prospecting. Can someone tell me their number one source of prospecting?
How many daily conversations I have.
Okay, so lead generation involves reaching out to several potential customers, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so Claire, reaching out. Okay, so be more specific on that prospect and who are you reaching out to?
Depending upon what day of the week, I use SOI, past clients, pipeline, my follow.
Oh, she must be out at the farm. All right, thank you for that. So prospecting. Prospecting is generating conversations about real estate to either your sphere of influence, someone outside you've never met, and it has to be time on task over time, right? TTT, George talks about that all the time. And here's the thing, it has to be consistent. You have to be persistent to get the results. You have to trust the process. Nothing happens in the growth of your business if you do not lead generate. If you are in business, any business, you must lead generate. You can do it through marketing. You can do it through, email campaigns. Do it through all kinds of resources. And I've heard this many times because I've been doing business planning quite a bit. And we're going to be doing it virtual here soon. I'll get everyone the dates and we'll get that out to everyone. There's only 500 spots, and I will tell you, I'm doing it for EXP. So if you don't register, you're out. You're not getting in because those 500 spots will fill up quick. Here's what I'm hearing. Well, Tom, I can't cold call. It's just not my personality. It's not my behavior. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. How do you know if you haven't done it? And how do you know if you haven't done it for a certain period of time? I know many people who can't stand talking to other people, but are highly successful in real estate because they do the activities that no one else is willing to do. See, your success is in all the activities. If you do the activities, will create your success. But we fail ourselves by our limited beliefs. We fail ourselves because we don't want to do the work. We fail ourselves because we want someone else. Can can you give me leads? When do you have this mentality of this entitlement to get anything for free? I'm sorry, Claire. Did that make you laugh? See, when people say to me all the time, well, hey, I'm interested in working with you, Tom, but do you give leads? I say, but I'm not the person you want to be in business with. I don't give you anything. I give you knowledge, wisdom, and I give you the experience that I have to help you grow something. If you choose to go somewhere else, go, and then you'll be out of business probably quickly, because once those leads dry up, you got nothing and you don't know how to build a business. So, number one thing you must be doing to build a sales pipeline is prospect and lead generation. And I'm going to tell you, you don't have to do 7, 8 different things. Pick 1 or 2 that you can be exceptional at, or continuously do it to become exceptional at, and it will work. By the way, over 85% of for sale by owners list with an agent. So when you tell me for sale by owners don't work, no, you don't work. You're the problem, not the for sale by owner. You're not learning, you're not scripting and role playing, you're not investing the time, and you're not willing to do the work.
Hey, Tom, I have a question.
Yes.
So for expires, when I want to go and cold call expireds, how would I find the actual owner's phone number to call?
So here's what I'm going to say, Josie. For sale by owners expireds, get with one of the local title companies. Get with Vito and them, and get with them and to say there's programs for it, such as the Red X that you can pay for. It costs you less than $200 a month. You'll get all the for sale by owners expireds and communities with phone names, phone numbers, emails, everything.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so that was a great question, Josie, because many people on here are probably thinking the same thing, right? So building a sales pipeline, and then you have to, this is a big one. You have to qualify. You have to qualify when you're building that sales pipeline, right? So when you're building your pipeline of buyers and sellers, you want to pre-qualify them. And how are you pre-qualifying them is extremely important. So if I'm meeting with a seller and they say, I want to sell in March, fantastic. Why don't we get everything prepared now and we'll post date it for then. And then we're going to go through a list of items that you can prepare your home for March 1st. Because if you say, oh, I'll reach out to you the end of February, someone like Tom's already came in and you're out. They don't even know who you are. Okay? Whether it's your mother, sister, brother, it doesn't matter. Family will do the same thing. If you don't stay in front of them and get commitments, you will lose them. So you have to qualify the lead. The other thing is, with buyers, don't run out the door and say, oh, I got $1 million buyer. Well, no, you don't. You have someone wasting your time that says they want to buy $1 million property. What you haven't done is you haven't qualified the buyer to build the relationship. Fantastic. How would you like to pay for that? Will you be paying cash or taking advantage of the awesome interest rates? You hear what I said? The awesome interest rates. I don't ever talk about low, high, or anything else. How would you be paying for that? Would you be paying cash or taking advantage of the awesome interest rates? Here's the thing. I'm not diminishing who they are by saying, have you been pre-approved? Because we never know if they have the money in the bank. Qualify them. Oh, fantastic. So you're going to be ready to buy in 6 months. What do you need to get in order for that? By the way, have you talked to your lender? By the way, I got a great recommendation. We have an amazing relationship with communication. So that way there, when you go through this process, I get immediate conversation. Okay. Something just popped up by Clay. Tom, repeat your words on team members that just want to be fed leads. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you're on a team being fed leads and you're not respectful to your team leader for those opportunities, shame on you. I have seen over and over agents that join a team for leads, leave a team because they think they know everything and fail. Yes, you heard it. Fail. Now, I've seen many team leads grow people to grow their own team. That's a leader. That's a great leader. So as an agent on a team, if you are on a team, go to your team lead and say, hey, in 2 years from now, I want to develop my own team. Can you prepare me for that? Versus, yeah, I'm going to go on my own. I'm not paying you that split anymore. Well, by the way, you made $100,000 and you brought nothing to the table. You were servicing my leads, my clients. Okay. So it's, and John Cheplack talked about that on stage at Inman. He told everyone, if you're on a team, be extremely grateful and thankful for the opportunity versus the expectation of this entitlement. No entitlement. All right, so lead qualifying. Make sure you ask all the questions. Meet with them through Zoom, through whatever source you want, coffee, Zoom, meet with them, get face-to-face with them. Make a proposal. Hey, here's what we do for you. Here's my commitment, blah, blah, blah. Here's how I communicate. Here's how I'm going to negotiate in your behalf. And then you close them. Now, based on all of our conversations, are you confident I can help you buy or sell your home? Yes, fantastic. Would you please agree to signing an agreement that says we're working together? Such as a listing agreement, such as a buyer's agreement. You're going to hear this over and over. You're going to hear it every single call. Buyer's agreement, buyer's agreement, buyer's agreement, because you will have no other choice to learn it anyway in this near future. And then how do you retain them? Okay, so now we're going to go into managing the client relationship. Retention. Retention is the most critical, it's one of the most critical components to keep a lifetime client, customer. Okay. Do you have repeat customers? If you do, fantastic. A repeat, one sale, if I do a sale with Claire and I stay in contact with Claire, that can equal over $1 million in revenue over a 20-year period of time. And here's why. Hey, Claire, man, it was so fantastic working with you last year. I just wanted to reach out and say, hey, how's it going? Listen, do you know anyone else that could utilize my services? And by the way, I'm going to always follow up with you because it was a pleasure working with you. It's whatever you want to say. Just be nice.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you always handle everyone and my family with all of our real estate needs, and I will let everybody know about you.
Okay. I love that. And here's the thing. I met this gentleman 17 years ago, lead generating, and come to find out he runs the largest, he's one of the owners of the largest underground utilities construction company. And his brother, which is his partner's wife, is an agent with RE/MAX. And guess who gets all his business, all his kids' business, all his referrals, when they hire someone, guess who they call to help them get a place? Kim and I. That's a raving fan. I will tell you, we have probably made from him over that 17-year period, $600,000-$700,000. And I'm just throwing a number out there. We're talking about some $1 million homes, $2 million homes. There's a lot of money that's been made, and we've represented every single one of their children. Everyone. So build the pipeline, but now what are some of the key components to managing the relationship? Here's the biggest problem we have. You ready? Here's the biggest problem. Our mouth gets in the way of the relationship because we talk too much and we don't listen to what their needs are and what they're looking for. I had an agent call me the other day. He goes, I'm going to fire my customer. They're too needy. I said, what do you mean needy? well, they want to see this, they want to see that, they want to know all the information about this, and this. I said, so they're analytical and you're a driver. So you can't just work with all drivers and be successful. You have to work with everyone. So if you just cut your mouth down, just listen and just be quiet and ask more questions, they'll run the conversation and you'll have all the power in helping them get whatever they want because you listened. See, that's the biggest issue we have. We think, oh, we're the greatest salespeople in the world. We can talk anybody into anything. Not in real estate. Not in real estate, guys. You can talk someone right out of working with you to go work with someone else. So manage the relationship. Listen to your clients. Listen to your customers. One of the most important things you can do to build a strong relationship with them is listen to their needs and their concerns. Take time to really understand what they're looking for in a property or selling a property. And after that, make sure you get as much information as you can. Put it into your KV Core so you can follow up with them. Send them a birthday card. Send them a card. Communicate with them effectively. Hey, Claire, I sold you your home last year, and I've been thinking about all the past buyers I've worked with. I wanted to send them an equity analysis on their property so they can see what their net worth would be in their home. Would you like that?
Absolutely. That would be so helpful.
I sold you a home 3 years ago, Claire, and I really want to send you an equity analysis of your property. So that way there, when you get what your, you know, for your net worth, you know how much money, you know how much your net worth is worth through your property. Would you like that?
Yes, that would be helpful for our
And-
financial advisors and accountants.
Yeah, and you might need to update your will or trust or whatever it is, right? Okay, fantastic. I'm going to send that over to you. Okay, see, that's a source of communicating. If you have worked, and I've been telling this to a lot of the teams that I'm working with, every single buyer you worked with over the last 3 years, call them and say, hey, I'd love to share an equity analysis on your home so you can get with your financial advisor to update your net worth. Nobody thinks about their home and is a part of their net worth. And I will tell you, this is a great way to have that conversation. Communicate effectively. Good communication is essential in building a relationship. I call Mark every other month. Hey, Mark, how's it going? I seen your signs out there. Man, you're doing that development. That's fantastic, man. Any others coming up? Right? Because he does new home developments too. He does all the infrastructure. I'm learning more about where the communities are going. Here's one that you always say. I'm not talking to everyone. I'm just saying, I provide the most unbelievable, excellent service because I care so much about my people, and then you forget about them after the closing. So don't fool yourself, because you're not fooling me. You don't provide, you're providing excellent service to get something in return immediately, and then they're worthless. You're pretty much telling that customer that you say you care so much about that there's no value in the relationship with them moving forward. Tell me I'm not speaking the truth on that. Why'd you get into real estate? I want to help people. Okay. You want to build great relationships and help people, follow up with them. So provide excellent customer service. Just because the sale is over doesn't mean you shouldn't be communicating with them. You're missing opportunity. And here's one that we miss. Be transparent. See, I've learned a long time ago, the more transparent you are, the more honest you are. See, nobody can ever come back and go, you said this, and you go, I don't remember that. Transparency, building trust with your clients is essential. And don't ever say, can I give you the truth? No, because what are you going to do? Lie to me? Say, I'm always going to be transparent and honest with you all the way through the processes, and I'm always going to be that way. Because I hear it too often. Oh, can I tell you the truth? No, go ahead and just tell me a bunch of bullcrap lies. No, of course you want to be true. One thing you're going to get from me is transparency, honesty, and I'm always going to do the right thing by you. This is a lifetime business for me, and I look forward to future business with you. So you're always going to get these things from me. Fair enough? Okay. So keeping the relationship strong is 4 components. Listen to your clients, listen to your customer, have them on a drip campaign, but also reach out to them. Communicate effectively with them. Provide excellent customer service, not just through the process. And be very transparent. You know, by focusing on these strategies, you can build a strong, lasting relationship with your clients and establish a trust, reliable as their real estate agent. Raving Fans is a great book for this. Raving Fans. See, we don't have any raving fans unless we do what? We go back to building a pipeline, which is lead generation. We all love to work with buyers and sellers, but we don't love finding them. You know, I hear it all the time. How do I find buyers? They're all around you. Just ask. How do I find a seller? I don't know. Go knock on doors. Go look at expireds. Go look at for sale by owners. Do community calling. There's all kinds of resources for that. Like I just told Josie, the Red X, Vulcan 7. These are sources where you can get numbers. And by the way, it simplifies your day of looking for them. But nothing will ever happen unless you put it in your calendar. Now, I'm going to open this up because this is your call. And this is my very last call for the mornings. So I want you to pick my brain. I'll be on Tuesdays and Thursdays calls, not running every call, but we have a massive amount of coaches leading a call each week where you're going to get so much awesome value out of. So building a sales pipeline and managing the clients. Now it's open to you guys. I hope you got something out of this call, because here's the thing. Right now we're in the end of October, we're almost in November, right? In November, what holiday is it?
Thanksgiving,
And then December is?
Christmas.
Okay. So most realtors take off these 2 months, guys. Oh, nobody wants to sell during the holidays. Bull crap. It's when you got to this is when you got to fuel up and dodge forward. Okay. Realtors are slacking and they're taking off the time, but there's a ton of buyers and sellers still out there. And by the way, what an awesome opportunity to make contact with your customers for Thanksgiving and the holidays. Christmas, holidays, whatever you want to call it. Here's the thing, send them a card. Right? There's all kinds of ways to communicate during the holiday season with your customers. Okay? Bring value. All right. Now now this is open. November 15th is the last day of the year if you don't have your clients under contract by then. You got that right, Liz. 100%. 100%. I got, Charlotte said, I got 2 clients because their agent wasn't listening.
Michael's got his hand up.
Oh, I was looking at the comments, sorry. Hey, Michael, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Tom, nice seeing you.
Good to see you as well, my friend.
I had a question about like clients that are farther along in the process, like if they're like a year or more out. I'm not the biggest small talker. And I was just wondering, how do you kind of keep up with those people who are, they're pre-qualified, they're good to go, and you kind of know what their plans are, what they're trying to do. How do I continue communication with someone that's like a year out?
Michael, that's a great question. Does anybody want to answer that that's on here before I run my jaw? DJ's on here. I know Claire's on here. Anybody want to answer that before I throw up on it?
So Michael?
Yeah.
How do they want to be communicated with? Have you asked questions enough on how they want to be communicated with? Emails, text messages? Because it is my experience that I'm not a small talker either. However, I communicate with those people the way that they want to be communicated with. And if it's a personal phone call just to check in, that's great. If it's a text message, that's great. I choose to serve their communication needs through that time frame.
That's a good point. I haven't asked that. I just kind of like, pick up the phone and call every now and then, but that's a good point.
Tom, I'll jump in here.
Go
So
ahead.
Michael, you've got multiple systems for drip campaigns. You've probably got them set up in some sort of a search. You can make a call every once in a while. You can send them a text when you see something brand new that came to the market that you think that fits their needs. You just have to be consistent and constant. It's a long process. You don't know what's going to click and when it's going to click. And also checking to see where they are on their timeline. They might tell you it's a year and a half, but it could change and be 6 weeks from now. So don't assume that you're going to wait a year and then contact them.
Yeah, that's what I didn't want to do.
Michael,
Yeah.
and just to piggyback up that, what I used to do is I would communicate once a month and I'd say, hey, Michael, listen, there's a couple homes that came up for sale. I'm gonna just keep sending those to you if you want to keep a look at them, because what I do know is circumstances change and I don't want to miss the opportunity of not communicating with you enough if that circumstance changes where you need to buy sooner or sell sooner.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, especially if they're a year. Now, think of this, guys, and thank you for bringing this up, Michael. If you're out lead generating, sometimes the average lead is buying in the next 12 to 14 months, guys. So you're building a pipeline. See, the instant gratification in real estate doesn't exist, okay? You have to work your butt off to build that pipeline. So when you get to that 1 year, you got a pipeline of business that's going to carry you through 2 or 3 years, right? I'm not saying you're not going to get sales in between there, but what I'm saying is you're building a business. Okay. What's the fastest way to a sale? Open houses, calling for sale by owners, calling expireds. That's the fastest way. Knocking on doors. You know what? You got the holidays coming up. And what happens the day after Thanksgiving? Well, not even the day after anymore. You got these massive sales going on at these stores, right? Go hang out at Home Depot and Lowe's and see who's buying building supplies. Hey, oh my gosh, I see you bought a bunch of sheetrock. You building something in your home? Just start general conversation, right? Guys, there's so much opportunity and we're missing it. Okay. All right. Any more questions in the chat box? I don't know if I've seen anything. How do you create a relationship with buyers who don't want to meet in person and only want you to send homes? Thanks, Robert, for sending that. Yeah, just keep sending them homes, eventually, and just reach out to them. That's it. Stay in contact. All right.
Claire, you
Yeah.
out here?
Yes.
Someone put cards in. What's your strategy for cards? I know what you do and what holidays are coming.
So I send cards daily. All right. Anyone that I've had a conversation with, I do personal notes to them strategically. It's a superpower that I have found, that handwritten notes and actual phone cards, no matter what the generation is, they tend to trust you and believe in you quicker. And I send a lot of cards and I don't make any apologies about it.
And Thanksgiving?
I choose to send out Thanksgiving cards rather than Christmas cards because there's less distractions for people to look at that Thanksgiving card than the Christmas card.
I agree. Never thought of that. Well, I know somebody who sends their Christmas cards out in July, so they're early and people get to see them. Honestly,
So I send out Thanksgiving cards and Happy New Year cards.
that's awesome.
So, yeah.
Keeping the relationship strong.
It's something that I have found with the feedback, because I'm a huge database and Sphere and past client person, that they appreciate it a whole lot more. And it helps them during a stressful time, since it just, the feedback that we've received, you know, through the team and other avenues has been more positive for Thanksgiving and New Year's cards than Christmas cards.
And Claire, do you also send out a card for the anniversary of the home purchase?
Yes, but I also send them out anniversaries on, you know, their babies being born and birthdays and wedding anniversaries, or, you know, things of that nature. I use Thanks.io, and because my database has already been filled in with all that information, I get a little text message and it says, do you want to send a standard card, a custom card, or decline to send a card at this time? And so all I have to do is just push a button and it sends it for me. And it's handwritten, by the way.
You know what, here's the thing, I'm loving this because I'm seeing a lot of remarks, comments coming in. Has anybody tried sending gifts like coffee mugs, coasters, or whatever? And Michael, anytime you send a coffee mug or a gift like that, make sure it's branded, so that way there you get to write it off and they get to remember you. Cindy, send out cards to whoever you want. If you feel that just sending them a card, make sure it's branded so they know what you're doing and what your business is. These are all great things. Here's the other thing. You can start a food drive for the less fortunate in a community by saying, hey, we're going to collect food for, you know, Thanksgiving for the less fortunate, and I'm going to place bags on your front doorstep or whatever. I mean, there's so many things that you can do, right? You know, you go to the Second Harvest Food Bank and they have bags and everything else. You can put them out in front of the door of every home, and they load up the bag. You know, maybe you put a door knocker on their door and just say, on Saturday morning, I'm going to hand out bags for a food drive for whatever. Again, they're getting to know who you are, and that's a slow relationship building. That's not instant business, but it could turn into instant business. I love that. Anyone else? Food drives, jacket, gloves, drive baseball glove. Yeah, so many different things. There's never anything that won't work if you work it. Everything will work if you work it. All right. Thanks for
Can I add something to that, Tom?
yeah.
So in our Thanksgiving cards, because our team donates to a local mission where 90% of the money goes back into the community, I place in their Thanksgiving cards that a donation was made because of the relationship that they have with us. For them.
100%. I love Gisela. I always mess her name up, Gisela, because she delivers. I deliver Halloween booze and boozed to my clients, and they love it. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Realtor Mom?
Hey, yes, good morning. So it's been my third year delivering baskets for Halloween. I know some people don't do Halloween. I'm huge on Halloween. And I just deliver wine and said, you've been boozed or you've been booed. And then they have a letter that they can put on their doors and then do it to 2 other families in their neighborhood. So, and it's branded, so they can share the love and put it on their doors, and other neighbors will have my information also. So my logo.
I love that. Could you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
In the GPS public page, underneath this recording, can you put that in there in the comments so people can go back and really look at it and maybe reach out to you if they have any more questions? I love that.
Okay, what do you want me to? I'm not very good at the thing, so I might need help with
So
the.
go to Facebook, go to GPS Global Partners,
Okay,
go to that page, and then you'll see this recording going on. In the comments, just put your what you do.
okay. Can I put pictures of
Put
what I do?
pictures, put pictures,
Okay.
put links, everything. Yeah.
Oh, another thing, like they have to tag me on my social media. So then I will do like a random.org raffle, and they will get a $50 Amazon card delivered to their email, or if they're close, I will deliver it personally because they have to tag me also.
I love that. Thank you for that contribution. Yeah, I know a lot of people are making comments in there right now.
Oh,
So
really? I don't know how to look. I'm sorry. I suck at this Zoom meeting, so that's why I never
listen,
talk.
so go there. Robert put a link in the chat that goes right to the GPS Global Partners.
Okay.
and
Oh, wait.
on Facebook. Oh, look there's one right there.
You've been boozed. I have a production here right now. So I also have Happy Thanksgiving bags.
Oh,
And
wow. That's great.
Oh,
Thank
show me
So-
again the booze. Show me the booze ones.
okay, I can send the okay, so oh sorry.
So Tom and
This is
Gisela,
We've been boozed. I'm sorry.
go ahead,
What?
keep showing. So this is what's so awesome.
that's
When she
cute.
has branded that, please understand that tax-wise, a gift, you can only deduct $25 per gift. However,
Mhm.
if it is branded as marketing, that is a full deduction. So that's the reason why that Tom Martin has been so awesome to say, make sure your marketing is on there, because then it's a marketing cost, not a gift.
Mhm. Oh, I bought a box of coloring books, Halloween stickers, like you can do so many things. Kids love it, love them. And people are always like, thanking me. And I ring the doorbell and I run. They don't see me, but they see me. And then they send me the ring video. I saw you, of course. So
I love that. Hey, you know what I
Yeah.
did? Giselle? I just posted, hey, share your booze and boozed, because the recording's actually on Workplace, not in the GPS.
Mm.
So,
Oh, wow.
You can put it in
Yeah,
both.
great.
and thank you. Can you put your phone number in the chat box? So if any of the agents here would like to reach out to you for
Yeah.
some ideas, you can.
It may
share-
take a while for me to find it, to do it on my phone, but yeah. No,
All
I'll do
right,
it.
I'm gonna do it right now.
I did.
Oh, you got it?
Yay.
I don't see it yet.
No, not yet. Stop.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
All right.
I need my time. Come on.
Okay.
I'm the least technological person here, probably. Yeah.
So
That's it.
there, all right. So she's put her number up, and now you guys have the opportunity to reach out to her. Those who want more information on that, give her a call or a text. She's wonderful. She's always giving. She's always wanting to share. And if you can learn from that, she thrives from knowing that you guys are growing from her ideas. So
Yes, that's true.
thank you for that. All right, guys, we got 7 minutes left. Anyone else want to share or ask any questions regarding our call today? Thanks, Robert.
No, but thank you for this call, because follow-up is what we all need to work on. The money's in the follow-up. So I definitely took a lot from this call, and I need to pay more attention to my follow-up and what strategies those are going to be going forward. So thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Desiree, thanks for saying that. And I'm going to share, I just want everyone to know get out of this, get out of the shiny object mode and work what's working, and look at your past and go, all right, what's worked this year so well, and do that. Right? There's so many different things that come in front of us that people are succeeding at and thriving on, and we change up, we change up, we change up. Well, the reason they're successful at what they're doing is because they're consistent in what they're doing. So if we don't see the results immediately, we go, oh, that doesn't work, I'm going to try something else. Oh, that doesn't work, I'm going to try something else. Keep doing what you're doing that works, and then follow, and then consistently do that.
Hey, Tom, can I add something to that, what you just said?
Sure.
I like to think of it as planting a tree, right? It's not going to grow immediately. And I was talking to my wife the other day. I was like, if you were trying to grow an apple tree and you were planting apple seeds, when it doesn't grow, will you then go out and plant tomato? You're like, no, you just keep planting apple trees, apple seeds. So that's one analogy that kind of helps me to stick to it. It's like one thing.
That's right. You know what? I was talking to someone not too long ago, and they said they're going to be moving back to another state, that their parents own a tree farm, right? And I know nothing about tree farms or anything like that. He says they're coming up for harvest. It's been 25 to 30 years. So they plant trees, and they have all this acreage, and it's coming up to harvest. It's only been 20 to 30 years, guys. And then these trees have this massive value for whatever, if they're using it for furniture, or if they're whatever it is. So sometimes we don't reap the rewards financially immediately, but you know what? There is a plan in place for us, and and if you take action, you will thrive. If you do the work, you will thrive. You may not like the results you get immediately, because that's just who we are. We want everything today. But if you keep doing the work, planting the seed, watering it, planting the seeds, it will grow. People just give up. They give up on themselves. Steve Pugh put a post out today. More people rather work for someone else in a job and complain about what they do, versus work for themselves and make more money and do the work. Right? I don't get that. I don't understand that. You're running a business. If you're not succeeding, go on a team. There's some great teams that deliver amazing value. And then don't worry about what the split is. Look at what the opportunity is. Because see, the opportunity is bigger than the money you'll earn. I want to share something with you. I got 4 minutes left. I want to share this with you. I gave up my real estate business. I sold it off before my wife got licensed to go into leadership. Guys, I was selling at that time well over 10 million in real estate a year, and the average sale price was like $100,000, right? So I had to sell a lot of real estate to make that earnings. I took a salaried position in leadership for $40,000. I thought my wife was going to divorce me. And I said, honey, it's an investment in where we're going to be going 5 years from now, 10 years from now. She goes, but in the meantime, we're only earning this, but we would still earn a residual of the business, right? So it was okay. But if had I not done that, I wouldn't be where I am today. Sometimes it's okay to take a step back to move forward. Sometimes it's okay to get around the right people, earn less per transaction to grow where you want to go. Okay. So I too went backwards financially to thrive forward. Can I drop the name of workplace? It's Tiffany, can you drop the name of our workplace group? And then Bob Hope for real estate. Yeah. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I got some things out of the way of the chat. All right, guys, 2 minutes. This is your time, and then I'm off. I'm out. Those of you who showed up, those of you who stayed to the end, you know, good for you, because you know what? I got some ahas out of today's call too. I learned that most people will spend more time looking at their card for Thanksgiving than they will for Christmas. They open it up, put it on the shelf. They probably don't even read it. All right, who sent this? All right, there it goes. Right. I also learned booze and boozed. I love it. You know, there's so many different things out there, guys, and together we become better, right? The more that are here, the more that share, the more opportunities we get. Okay, so the link to our workplace is Tiffany just posted it. So if you click it, it'll go right there. Good to see you guys Tuesday and Wednesday, 1 o'clock, thecommunity.live. This Thursday is an opportunity to bring potential recruits or agents with other companies, because Rodney is going to be talking about how he grew a massive team in Indiana and now is growing a team in Sarasota and knows nobody in Sarasota. His goal in Sarasota is to earn $1 million in GCI in 12 months without knowing anybody there. So it's like he's a brand new agent in a different area, in a different state. So, yeah, that'll be Thursday. And then we have GoGo coming up the 19th. So, well, I think we should just put out that whole list of who we're going to have, Tiff. Shoulder shrug. It's all yours, Tiff. I'm out. Have an amazing day.